Hello, welcome back to Rybrook TV and welcome back to Oxford with BMW UK. Now, if you're an avid viewer of the channel, you're probably wondering why there's another BMW M4 behind me. Well, I've already driven the M4 two-wheel drive and the xDrive convertible. What better excuse than to get behind the wheel of one of my favourite cars launched this year than to find out if it's any different than the convertible. So let me quickly grab that camera before we go for a drive to have a little walk and talk of what's different between the standard M4 and the xDrive. Okay, M4 Competition Coupe xDrive. Now, what determines this as an xDrive from the outside? Two guesses. Can you guess? No, nothing. Absolutely nothing from the exterior, or actually the interior of this car, determines it as an xDrive. Let me come around to the back and show you. There's not even a model designation on the back to say it's xDrive. Absolutely nothing. Look, if we go around the back here, it's just M4 Competition on the boot lid like the normal one. But let's really quickly recap ourselves then with some of the design of the M4. Now this one, in frozen mineral white I believe, is absolutely stunning. I don't think it's doing it justice on the camera. I mean, it's quite a dull day actually, if you can see, but I mean, it's just stunning with the gold calipers as well on the carbon ceramic brakes. This car just looks incredible. So I believe this is an M4 Competition with an ultimate pack. So we have the laser lights down the front here, we've got the carbon fiber inlays on the grille there. Talking of grills, has this grown on you yet? Because believe me, it's grown on me. I was a massive cynic of this when it first came out, but I can't get enough of the look of this car now. I don't think you can argue with it. And the sculpture, let me just come in here and see if I can show you this. The sculpture on this car, the frozen paint just helps it so much. The side profile is really cool. We've obviously got the additional bit of plastic here. It's actually not a vent, doesn't do anything, but I think it looks really cool on the side of the car. We've got M carbon wing mirrors on here. Down to the back we've got, of course, carbon fiber roof with this really awesome strip up here which is like molded into the carbon. Looks amazing. On the back, on the back of that, I think it looks absolutely menacing from the back. The real thin LED lights that go up and round the back, obviously quad pipes and a carbon fiber diffuser on this one, and a carbon fiber boot spoiler as well. But no, I think it's absolutely awesome. Of course, I'll show you the boot space. Just open this up here. Now it's full of my camera gear, so if you've not watched any of the videos previous to this or after this, we've got very limited time with these cars, so it's literally get the camera, get everything that we possibly can. Let me just show you the interior. Now before I show you the interior, if I said to you, would you have a white car with a white interior, you'd probably say no. However, this I think works so well. Look at this. So this is the split leather, so you've got the black leather inserts in the middle here, you've got Alcantara on the seats here, and obviously the incredible carbon fiber buckets. Now I've driven in these quite a bit. For me personally, I'd probably go for the standard seats just for the extra comfort, but in terms of look, I don't think you can beat these. And you've got the carbon fiber little inlay here which looks amazing, carbon fiber all over the steering wheel. You've got your M designation buttons 1 and 2 there, these awesome carbon style shift paddles. The interior of the M4 is really cool. But let me know in the comments whether you guys would have M4 or M3. I'm split, to be honest. Standing here right now, I think, to be honest, it's whichever one is sat in front of me at any given point, because sat here right now, I'd probably go for the M4. Let us know in the comments whether you go for M3, M4, or whether you'd hold fire and go for the M3 Touring that's coming around the middle of next year. I'm excited for that one. Anyway, I'm going to jump in now, take this for a spin and see if it's really any different to the two-wheel drive. And just like that, we're in the driver's seat of an M4 Competition xDrive. Now, avid viewers of the channel, I know, I've driven the M4 a lot, and I've already driven an xDrive M4, but the convertible is a lot heavier than this car, and the car that I drove hadn't had its running in service. Now, there's obviously a lot of people saying, oh, it doesn't really make too much of a difference running in service. It just, no, believe me, if you've driven these cars after the running in service, they feel so much faster. So that's why I'm intrigued to drive this car. So let's just run over the M4 bits first. I'll say right here and now, the M4 and M3, the new model lineup, is possibly one of the most exciting cars I've driven this year, and easily in my top 5 favourite cars I've driven this year. But I won't say too much on that because there is a video coming about favourite cars that we've driven this year. But it probably comes as no surprise that these cars feature in that. So we're now about to come onto a national speed limit. Let's go into manual, let's go M mode, and well, just recap those stats. 510 horsepower, same as the rear wheel drive. We've got the 4-wheel drive system. Claim 0 to 62 is 3.5 seconds. Yeah, that feels different. Oh my word. Okay. Well, straight away that feels like a completely different animal. Wow. It just, the way that this picks up, the roads are quite greasy today. So I'm going to drop it down, 2nd gear now, greasy roads. It's so unbelievably planted. If you tried to do that in the 2-wheel drive version, you'd be pouring at the wheel and the back would be going a little bit. Now, there probably is an argument to say that that is a little bit more exciting, but for out and out pace, oh, wow, this feels very different to me. Wow, let's drop it down again. You just can't help but drop it, and then this is an M4. When did the M4 get this fast? And well, 3.5 seconds to 60. I know that Joe Achilles has got less than that out of an M3 xDrive. He was speaking to me, he's at the event that I was at today. And if he's a fan of this car, then I am as well, because it is special, this. Good lord. But then, the great thing about the M4 is you can absolutely cane it, then drop it back out of everything, back into road mode, and go back to pottering around. There is, over some bumps, a little bit of a hard edge, but it's nothing that's uncomfortable. This is such a usable daily package. I adore these cars, and every time I drive one, I leave the experience thinking, oh, I need one of those in my life. I need one in my life. Somehow I need to make one of these cars happen, because they are simply superb. I love the interior. These seats, once you're in them, they are very comfortable. There's no denying that. They are very comfortable once you are in them. But of course, you have the whole thing of getting in and out of them. It can be a bit of a faff. But for me, I think it's easier to get in and out of the M4 seats than it is with these seats in the M3, because obviously you've got a bigger door here. But anyway, enough of that rubbish. Let's go back just onto a nice bit of road here. Let's... Oh, God. It gives you so much confidence to throw it into bends, knowing that it's just going to come out the other side completely unscathed, and so are you. Oh, BMW, I think you've nailed this car. It's so fast, it's so capable, you can carry on using it when the weather gets bad. What more do you need? What more do you need than except maybe the M3 Touring that's coming next year. Oh, I've already mentioned it, but I'm so excited for that. But yeah, let's sum this up. M4 xDrive, savagely fast. I mean, potentially even too fast for public roads. Would you say that? Oh, I don't know. It's very quick, but it's, yeah, it's quick enough. What a thing. And if you want any more details on the BMW M3 or M4, please contact the guys at Rybrook BMW and we'll be happy to answer any questions, or drop any questions you might have in the comments of this video. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you next time.